how'd you first get into weather? Was this something that you picked up as a kid or as you went along?
As far back as I can remember as a child, and I'm going back to 4 or 5 years old, this was always my passion. So we always used to joke, myself and my family, that I was going to be the meteorologist growing up. And when it came time, graduating from high school, going into college, it was never a debate of what do I want to do, where do I want to go. We knew the path and we just did it, so it was unique.
We usually joke with people coming into the market about get ready for the weather. We don't necessarily have to do that with you because you do know lake effect.
Oddly enough, I sought this weather out. You know, we've met a bunch of people. My wife and I have been up here through the weekend just touring places and getting to see the town really for the first time. And they all tell me, you know, we get out of here. We get out of Dodge, go to Florida, somewhere warm for the winter. We're here for the winter. Lake effect snow in particular is one of my specialties. It's one of my passions, and that's here.
And partly you know it because of where you grew up.
Grew up in Northeast Ohio in one of the suburbs of Cleveland. So we are in one of the snow belts of Northeast Ohio. We averaged about 80 to 90 inches of snow, which is roughly about what Rochester gets too. So this is where I grew up essentially. Same weather, same climate.
And in a way, we fall in the middle of your career weather-wise, up in Alaska, down in Alabama.
It's been a weird path. So I started out of school. I was at KTVA, the CBS affiliate, in Anchorage, Alaska. We were there for a year. Then we came back to the lower 48. I've been in Montgomery, Alabama for the last 8 years, where we traded any and all snow. We had a few snow events, but very little. And we traded that for severe weather and tornadoes. So we got a really tight grasp on the severe weather forecasting side of this. And with my family in this part of the world, it was time to come back home.
When you talk about severe weather, in those moments, you can literally save lives. How do you approach the job when those flags start to shoot up?
You approach it with intent, and this is one of the things that we've had to learn along the way here. You use your words with accuracy and precision, your tone, the way you come across, the way you present. We are experts when it comes to severe weather, so you need to know the meteorology of this, but you also have to have a rapport with the viewers that they trust what you're saying. It's one thing to tell them what to do, but if you don't have that relationship with them where they're going to believe you and rely on you and act on what you're saying, what good does that do? So there's a lot of little things that go into it that's not just as simple as we know weather and we know how tornadoes form and as best as we can where they're going. A lot of different dynamics in play to try to get these folks to take action, because this is a state in Alabama. Just a few months ago we lost 23 people in an EF4 tornado, and that is hard, and that's something that's going to stay with us for the rest of our lives, but we use that as fuel to try to get better and to do our jobs as best as we can, and it never ends. This is a process that will continue to grow.
You've had a chance to tour the Rochester area a little bit with your wife so far. Any first impressions?
It's not as hot. Yes, it's over 100 degrees in the heat index for about 4 or 5 months, right now included in Montgomery, so we love the climate. We've been through the Charlotte area. We saw Bay Village. We were over in the Brighton community as well. This is what appears to be a family-oriented city, and it's something that you don't get everywhere, and I've missed that.
Wonderful. Well, we welcome you, and we look forward to having you as part of our News 18.
We're very excited.